Welcome guys, I'm Caligula Octocat with Caligula Octoteam Go. Today we'll be counting down 10 good guys who did very bad things. For this video, we won't be counting good guys for their moral or benevolent decisions, but more their protagonist state in their respected television series or film. So, let's get on to number 10. Detective Gordon makes a deal with the Penguin in Gotham. This isn't that bad put into the context that it was for good reasons, which is why it's number 10, but it had some pretty bad consequences that came later on with the things that Jim Gordon was able to do and with blackmailing and things like that. So it may not have been the best way to go about things, but we salute Jim Gordon for at least trying everything he can to do the right thing. In Better Call Saul Season 1, protagonist Jimmy McGill manages to run a scam that gets two brothers put in wheelchairs. Surprisingly, it could have been much worse. He used his skills as a lawyer and a negotiator to talk the assailant down from just flat out killing them. So, kudos to you, Jimmy. Kudos. Jesse Pinkman tries to sell methamphetamines to recovering addicts in Breaking Bad. We all know Jesse's no saint, but I don't think many of us saw this coming from him. I know I didn't. When I did see it, I was very disappointed in Mr. Pinkman, since he is such a beloved and fun character. Still, I feel that this isn't as bad as his repulsive online social media page. Ugh, still gives me nightmares. Zoolander is an off-the-wall comedy about male models, conspiracies, and Will Ferrell. With a formula like that, it's no surprise that the death of the Malaysian Prime Minister by supermodel hands is thrown into that mix very late in the film. When our protagonist, Derek Zoolander, is brainwashed by an international circuit of fashion people, I guess, he is made to try to kill the Prime Minister before he is stopped by his best friend Hansel at the very last minute. So, he doesn't have much brain power, and neither does his friend, but when he's brainwashed, it gets a little more worse, if that's a thing. I don't think so. Let's just go to the next one. Derek Vineyard is the protagonist of film American History X. He is a man who has just gotten out of prison and has since thrown away his neo-Nazi ways and is now a reformed citizen trying to become a better person. Now, what is the bad thing that this good guy did, you may ask? Well, besides assaulting Hispanics, going crazy on a Jewish man, and saying the N-word multiple times throughout the film, he also was responsible for turning his own brother into a neo-Nazi. So now that he's a good guy now, I guess we can forgive him for ultimately causing the death of his own brother, right? Maybe not. After you get over the fact that Mustafar is one of the only well-done CGI sets in the Star Wars prequel trilogy, it starts to sink in how sad it is that Obi-Wan spent all that time trying to get to know Anakin, trying to bond with him, just for Anakin to turn his back and just slaughter all the Jedi because he got a little sad and scared. Anakin may not be the most sound of mind person in the world. Darth Vader is a much cooler version of him, but Anakin turning his back on the Jedi like this when he was supposed to be the chosen one is like the ultimate betrayal, man. It's classic, and even though those may have not been the best movies, especially not the best Star Wars movie at all, it was still pretty sad to see Anakin take this turn. Big Time in Hollywood, Florida is one of the craziest Comedy Central shows I've seen in a long time. Definitely one of the best. Main characters Ben and Jack, brothers, are aspiring filmmakers. I'm doing air quotes around filmmakers right now. Do something very illegal that turns out to make everything worse, and they go on a crazy adventure, and they end up getting a lot of people killed in the process. These are technically good guys, I guess, because they're just trying to do good things and trying to be better people and get a career, but what they do is much worse than that, and they cost a lot of good people their lives. Fight Club is a surreal movie about a man who loses his reality in an alternate version of himself, and in doing so lets this alternate version of himself create a cult that is very violent and ends up blowing up a bunch of business buildings in the end. Technically, he didn't do this since he didn't really know what he was doing, which makes him a good guy since he tries to stop this alternate version of himself through an awesome fight scene. And I guess he kind of did do this, so it was pretty bad. I mean, some people did lose their lives, so why? I am Jack's total disappointment. The protagonist of sci-fi action film Inception is a man who goes into people's dreams in order to extract valuable information for use for clients. When he goes into a dream with his wife so that they can be in a world where they're totally free of any worries or anything like that, he ends up allowing his wife to, and if I remember right, making his wife lose her reality and making her not understand when she's in the real world and when she's in a dream. This causes her to kill herself thinking she'll go back to the real world when in reality she is in the real world, so she kind of just offed herself by accident to see her kids. Probably the saddest thing ever. In The Walking Dead, Carol tries to scare a little boy into being tough. Yes, a little boy. Scaring him, to make him not scared. That's a great idea, Carol. Let's try that some more. Anyway, this causes, in turn, his entire family to be killed. When he and his family have to make it through an entire town full of walkers, he begins to think of these words that Carol said, including words like, "They'll tear you apart while you're still alive." Great idea again, Carol. Great job. Anyway, this causes a chain reaction that gets him killed, gets his mother killed, then eventually gets his brother killed by Michonne soon after, shooting out Carl's eye in the process somehow. So, yeah, again, Carol, good job. Let's try not to do something that bad ever again. That's our list, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is Caligula Ultra Team Go. Please subscribe. There are other guys on the channel. I'm sure they're just as grateful. They're great guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and visit us back again. Let us know what you think about this list in the comments. If you got any other ideas of good guys gone rogue, so to say. Thank you so much for watching once again. I'll talk to you guys later.